Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I apologize for my tardiness. We've had, as you know, a very busy morning already, and we'll have a busy morning. So thank you to the witnesses who are here this morning, and for Mr. Chairman for holding this meeting to further study the impact of the research experiment, or what we call the R&D tax credit, and what effect it is having on our nation's small businesses. I'd also like to thank each one of our witnesses for having taken the time to provide this committee with their testimony and travel all the way to Washington here today. The R&D tax credit has been available for businesses large and small for over 20 years. And during that period, tens of thousands of companies have used this important provision of the tax code to help reinvest and grow their businesses, encouraging more American ingenuity and domestic jobs. Now more than ever, we must be focused on providing appropriate incentives to those companies, which will help grow our economy and make a sustained commitment to conducting long-term, high-cost research right here in the United States. The R&D tax credit is a positive motivation for U.S. investment, innovation, and something which will help contribute to a stronger economy and a higher standard of living for American workers. Simply put, the R&D tax credit stimulates immediate business investment decisions with long-term benefits to the U.S. economy. Since the R&D credit is only available for research performed in the United States, it remains a job creator that cannot be exported. As such, the credit is certainly needed, especially as foreign governments continue to actively recruit American companies to base research operations at a low-cost option abroad. Regrettably, Congress has repeatedly failed to provide long-term insight to extend this credit beyond just a few short years. The fact that the R&D credit has proven itself popular enough to be extended 13 times is all the evidence this Congress needs to know that we should stop playing games and make the credit permanent. Again, the R&D tax credit is scheduled to expire at the end of this year, and again, small businesses are being pushed into a scenario where saving proves wiser than investing for growth due to the lack of certainty of the continued extension of this credit. With such confusion, businesses are unable to factor the full benefits of the R&D credit into their research budgets, long-term commitments, and their capital needs. The bottom line is that either a longer extension or permanency of the R&D tax credit would create and help high-paying U.S. jobs and allow for better planning by our nation's businesses. I am optimistic that today we will hear from those small businesses that are directly affected by this tax credit. I look forward to hearing from you, and I look forward to hearing all of you on regarding the necessity of the R&D tax credit, as well as specific changes so that we can continue to incentivize the risk-taking, entrepreneurship, and investment necessary to grow our economy and create good-paying American jobs.